Guys, today I'm going to be bringing you guys this tutorial on how to crochet the cute little ducks. So for this tutorial, you need the yarning needle, which is the purple little thing, the stitch marker, and the scissors, and then a hook, and then a chunky yarn of your choice, and then a measuring tape, and then a party fill that you're going to be filling in the duck. This is the yarn that I'm using for this tutorial. I got this yarn off Amazon, so if you're interested, you can just take a picture and search it by picture on Amazon. To start on the tutorial, you make a matching chain and chain 2, 1, 2, and then go into that last one. You're gonna pull single crochet. Now this is where the stitch marker come in. The stitch marker go in the first single crochet of every rows, and then you're gonna add 7 more single crochet to equal 8 single crochet on their first rows. So for the first row is 8 single crochet into that little chain space, and then once you come at the front, you can make a slip knot where you pull your stitch marker. So you do that stitch marker so you can know where to end, because the yarn is very chunky, so like you need to know it. So you can use another crochet yarn, another yarn to do it as a stitch marker if you don't have the actual stitch marker. Okay, the next rows, which is row 2, we're gonna pull 2 single crochet in each space. Okay, that's the route for this second rows. 2 single crochet, so like an increase, 2 single crochet in every chain space. Okay, for row 2, and then continue that, and then we'll start on row 3. Once you come here, make a slip knot. You have to make a slip knot at the end of every row, and then take the stitch marker out, and once you put your first single crochet, you put the stitch marker back on that first single crochet like I'm doing in this video. It just helps you know where you are. So for the next row, which is row 3, we are gonna pull single crochet by itself, and then the next one, now we're about to do an increase. So single crochet, we already did that by itself. Into the next one, we'll pull, instead of 1, we'll pull 2. So single crochet or increase, single crochet or increase. That's it for row 3. And guys, you should always end with a increase, okay? And then for this row 3, we should be ending with a 24 single crochet for the whole rows. And then we'll do the slip knot again, put the slip stitch there, put the stitch marker there, and then start. So for row 4 is 2 single crochet and then an increase. Okay, that's the pattern for row 4. 2 single crochet and an increase, 2 single crochet and an increase. Now for row 5, you make your slip knot. It do get a little tight because the yarn is very chunky, so just try to make your way. Put your first single crochet, put the stitch marker on that. And now for row 5, it's going to be a little different. We're going to be working in the back loops only. So the whole tutorial we're going in both loops, Now we're gonna work in the back loops only, like that. Pull through, go into the next one, back loops only. And here for row 5, we're not doing no increases, no decreases. We're just doing a regular single crochet, but just in the back loops only for this row. And same thing, make your slip knot, take the stitch marker out and chain 1. For row 6 to row 10, we're gonna do a regular single crochet until we reach the row 10, but we're gonna go working back in both loops. So the back loops was only for row 5. Now we're gonna work in both loops for row 6 to row 10. Okay, no increases, no decreases, just regular single crochet all through. And I'll do this off camera, and I'll be back once I have my 10 rows. Once you have your 10 rows, cut off a yarn. Now you think I'll be able to work through what I'm about to show you. So count from opposite sides, you have 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put a stitch marker there and go to the next side and do the same. Count the stitch marker onto the next one too, so that both can be the same. And now you hold it together like this, and this is where the yarning needle come in, because you're about to crochet that together, but in this technique that I'm showing you here. So you go through both of them, pull through, and then come over into the next one, pull through, come over into the next one, just like that. Okay, once you put the last one, take the stitch marker out and just drop it into the body. And now that's where you need the party fill, which is this thing. You can get it from Walmart, I got this from Amazon. So you just use the party fill and stuff the body a little bit, a lot if you want, but we're about to work on the head, so you don't want it to be too stuffed up to where we're about to work. So I would just suggest just fill like the bottom part a little more, and then just leave the top part just open a tiny bit. As we're working, we're still going to be stuffing it, or still be room to stuff the head as we go. So now you need to just push the little tails back there like I'm doing, because that'll be the little tail. And then you need to count, it needs to be 14. And then in like that middle part, we are going to pull 2 chains to make it 16. So just reattach your yarn, chain 1, and then go back in and make a single crochet, and then a single crochet all the way around, and this is how we're starting the head. And at the end of this, you should have 16 single crochet, and then make a slip stitch, and then complete it again. For this one, we'll put a single crochet like I did, and then an increase, then a single crochet, and then in this one, look at this, one, I go back in there, two, that's an increase right there. Single crochet by itself. Into the next one, I put two single crochet. This is considered an increase. At the end of this row, which is row 2 for the head, I should end up with 24 single crochet. And now make a slip knot like we always do, and then you go back in there and put your first single crochet and put the stitch marker back on. And right now you can fill out the body a little bit if you want, or you can just leave it like that, like I did here. And then to start on the next row, which is row 3 and row 4, we're gonna work regular single crochet. We're not doing no decreases, we're not doing no increases, just regular single crochet. And at the end of row 3 right here, we should get 24. And then we're gonna repeat the same thing for row 4, 24. Okay. Once you're done with this, this is row 4 here. I was just showing you guys a little thing, but that's row 4. Like I was saying, you're gonna do the same thing, single crochet, regular single crochet all the way around. And now this might be the little difficult part, but try to find the middle part, and then you're gonna put the eyes 2.5 inches apart from each other. That's where the measuring tape comes in. So it's 2.5 inches between row 3 and row 4. You're putting them right there. And I didn't put the safety on them because you need to put the sorry guys, put it in first and see if you are okay with the eye placement before you put the safety on it. If you're not okay with the eye placement, don't put the safety stuff on it because it actually sticks on that thing real hard. So this is me. I put the safety stuff on, and now I'm about to stuff it a little bit before continuing the last 2 rows, because at this point we only have like 2 more rows on there, and then we're almost done with the tutorial. It's a very easy one, at least if you have the concept of how to do it, it's very easy. So I stuff it a little bit, like we will keep stuffing it as we go, and all of that. And the last one we have is going to be row 5 and row 6. So for row 5, this is where the decreases comes in. But first we're going to chain our regular single crochet, put your stitch marker back on there, so you don't do more or less chains, okay? And now we're about to do decrease. So for decreases, I work in the back loops and then pull the other back loops. I work in two rows for 1. that's considered a decrease. And now I'm about to do a regular single crochet right here, and the next one is going to be a decrease. And at the end of this row, I should end up with 16 single crochet. So a regular single crochet, and then a decrease, and then a regular single crochet. Here I was showing you guys on how you could do the decreases from both loops, just like that. But me personally, I didn't want it like that. I wanted to work in it. They're the same. It's not a different. It's still doing the decreases, but I just wanted to work in the back loops. So that's it for this row. So I make my slip knot. This is the last row now. Now we're about to do all decreases. So all decreases, and at the end of this row, which is row 6 for the head, we should end up with 8 single crochet at the end of this row, and this is our last row. After this row, you can stuff your head for the last time before closing off, like I'm gonna show you, because once you close off, you can't stuff your hair anymore. So now I'm just putting my last fill that I have in the hair because it's done. And then you can cut off your yarn, reattach it to the yarning needle, then you're about to close it out. Once you reattach it, this is how you're about to work in it, like this, on opposite side like this. Put it through. As you're doing that, you're putting it because it's closing. So work it like this all the way, and just keep putting it as you do this. Keep putting it as you do it. Okay, this is how it should be looking like. And the yarning needle came off, but you just take the ends and stuff it back in the body. That's it. But my yarning needle came off and it didn't want to work, so I just used my crochet hook. So you can use the crochet hook from any size of the body, it doesn't matter, and just pull the leftover yarning there into the body. Okay, doesn't matter where, just put it into the body so it's invisible. That's it. And you can push that back in like I was doing here, so it can be able to sit down like the rest of them. And now we're about to start on the mouth, or whatever it's called, right? You can use any color of your choice too over here. So I just go down, or like right down, but not underneath the eye, like right side the eye, like, right below, but not like below, sorry. It's like on the side, just like that. And then you can reattach the color of your choice. I use orange in this tutorial. You can use any color of your choice. And then you're gonna pull that through, like you're about to see here. Pull through, chain one, go back in there, make a single crochet. Okay, and then I'm just leaving like 2 little loops up to work underneath them. Okay, so I'll go into the next one, pull 2 loops of those up, make a single crochet, just like that. and you have to end it on the same side as the opposite side. And now you can do the same thing by stuffing the ends back into the body. Don't try to cut it off. I cut off the opposite side because it was too long. So I just cut a little bit off of that and then stuff the rest of them in the body. So if yours is long, you can also do that. Or you keep stuffing it in the body if you want. I didn't want to go through the yarning needle stuff, try to put it on a yarning needle and then yarn it through. So I just did it just because. And then once you do this, it's like you're putting a lot of pressure on the dog or whatever stuffed animal you're making. So just go ahead and adjust the body. And then you can also use the yarning needle to poke stuff like the ants that was coming out. You can poke it back into the body. But yeah, this is the tutorial. This is how it turned out. It's so cute. I can't believe I just made like 5 of them in one setting. So crazy. But if you guys enjoy this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. Mwah.